Let's go shopping for some spirits at this place that I haven't been to yet, but I've heard really great things that they've got quite a lot of stuff going on. This is in Hudson, Mass. And if you come here looking for some good spirits, we're not too far from our restaurant. So come by and hang out. We'll drink something together. How are you?
You should come in at 2 o'clock and Peter would go nuts.
Oh, is he only in at 2?
Yeah.
Tell him I'm sorry. I had to swing by earlier today.
Do you know everybody that comes to this line, I have them follow?
Peter tells me that you guys do.
If they're buying the wrong tequila, I say you've got to follow this man. He doesn't hate
I
it.
really appreciate that.
I'm Lois.
Thank you. Louis, nice
Lois.
to meet you.
Yeah, I know, Louis.
I know, but it feels weird if I don't introduce myself.
I
It's
know,
just
I know, I
weird.
know, I know. So every morning when I'm looking at Instagram, let's see what Louis has to say.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Seriously, everybody that comes to me is buying the wrong tequila. I say you have to follow this man.
Oh, I
and
appreciate
I make them
that.
take out their phone, get to
Yep.
Instagram. I say, here, follow him. Get educated, and then come back.
You're the best. Well, thank you
Okay.
very much.
Go have fun.
I'll have a little bit, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so starting off with some mezcal. I do enjoy the banyas. I think it's a good. Oh, they updated the label, which is nice. Not too expensive, $34. The Siete Misero is not too bad either, $39. Rey Campero, absolutely amazing. One of my favorite brands. And of course, you have the Del Maguey, which is always appreciated. And then we can skip over those, which they're awful. More other things that are not very good. So the top shelf, they reserve it for not great things, apparently. Except I spoke too soon, because then we get over here and we have some of that, and all of those beauties right there. Oh, they got some great stuff at the top here. Ah, Lagrimas. That's amazing. I like both those. Those are both the El Sabinos. But that's the Repo, and that's the Blanco, which is nice. That Volcanic, I know it's expensive, but if you're really looking for a tall bottle to impress people, that is pretty nice. Oh, look at these beauties. You got the regular Cascajuin Blanco, their regular Repo, but then you got their Plata 48 and the Blanco Tahona, which is a thing of beauty. Volans, of course, Lalo, and Arete. Look at that price in the Arete. You can't beat that, man. That's so good. We've got our friends Corrido here. Good price as well. Got a nice loose El Tequila down below. I don't see a price on it, but that's really nice. And this Agaves. I don't like the new label. I think it looks much more boring, but it's still good stuff. And then there's our friend Cimarron, and El Tequileño is over here with those prices there. That makes more sense. And I know people keep shitting on it, but Patron really is well made and available everywhere. And is that Patron Cafe on the shelves? I have not seen that in quite a while. This is a thing of absolute beauty. The Hit Cuatro line. We have the Blanco Premium, and the Repo. All delicious. That's a big store. There's a lot going on here. I specifically need some Falernum, and I'm hoping we can find some over here. There we go. That's what I needed. Need a couple of those. And then we can just avoid this entire aisle here because there's no reason to buy anything from there. And you can quote me on that. But let's talk about random liqueurs that I think are important to have. I think a bottle of absinthe, you can do St. George's, which is one of my personal favorites. It is a little bit pricey in comparison to other absinthes, but I really do enjoy that. Malort, if you want people to hate you, that's a good idea. Tempus Fugit makes some of the most incredible liqueurs out there, and they're really tasty. And that is also ditto for Giffard or Giffard. I don't know how you say it. I'm not French. But their Banana du Brazil I use every single day at the restaurant, and their stuff's really tasty. Suze, some people hate, some people love, some people can't get over the weird flavor to it. I think it makes really interesting cocktails. St. George's Spice Pear Liqueur is incredible. The Belle de Brulette's not bad either. I actually had some a little while back. It's pretty tasty. Again, the Tempus Fugit, this violet liqueur I've not tried. I'm very curious to see how that would do, say in comparison to a creme de violet or even a Giffard violet in an aviation or even a water lily. So I make my own passion fruit syrup, but if you're kind of in a pinch, Chinola makes a really kick-ass passion fruit liqueur. Can swap it in. It is a little bit higher. It is got a good amount of alcohol. It's 21%, but it works really well to make like passion fruit caipirinhas or anything along those lines. Let's take a look at their rums. They have some Rondo Barilito, which is Puerto Rican rum. I definitely need to try this. I've heard really great things about it. Smith and Cross, some Ray and Nephew, all great Jamaican rums, or both great Jamaican rums. Some Lemon Heart, Santa Teresa, which I really love. Oh wow, I have not seen this in quite a while. The Sol Tabasco Charanda, the mushroom charanda. We are going to take a bottle of that because I have not seen that in quite a bit. Oh wow, they even have the Tanager from Novo Fogo here. This is the first time I've seen this in stores here, because even the Total Wines won't carry it, but they have the barrel aged, silver, and the Tanager, which is one of my absolute favorites. That's so cool that they have it here. That's good to know. Of course, you have our friends over from Bully Boy, who are just a couple miles away, I say, but like 20 miles away from here. They make good stuff too. Now these are where it's at. That single malt from St. George is amazing, and the Baller. I know I talked about it recently, but that's one of my favorite whiskeys. I've really been digging Redwood Empire lately. I've been getting a bunch of their stuff at the bar and restaurant. I really do enjoy it. And High West I've always been a big fan of. I do have a bit of a story about why I'm traumatized by them, but that involves my former boss ordering once like 300 cases of High West, and I had to organize it before my shift started, which still traumatizes me to this day. But their stuff's really good. I do enjoy it. Oh, that's incredible. They even carry Suyo? That's awesome. I'm so happy that they have that there. Especially can't wait for our dinner with them this month. And I think this is the only Don Fulano that I actually don't currently have, and I don't think we've ever done like a full review of it, so let's do that. We'll grab one of these, and that's the one we're gonna go with today. And then we will talk about this and the whole family of their brands and kind of why they're important. Gosh, people are so nice. And they didn't even know I was coming in. And even while I was there, she was telling people to follow me, and I feel so happy and a little uncomfortable because I still don't feel comfortable with all this social media stuff. I just own a bar and I make videos, but I get it, and it was really flattering and I feel really special about it. So thank you, Lois, and thank you to the team at Highland Spirits. You guys are awesome. All right, so we did pick up this bottle of the Don Fulano Fuerte, and you might be thinking to yourself, below, you've already talked about Don Fulano, and I've talked about Don Fulano in a couple of videos, but I've never actually tried the Fuerte, which is their still strength. And if you're not new to this channel, you know how much I enjoy still strength tequilas. They are probably my favorite type of tequila. But let's kind of go over Don Fulano as a whole. So Don Fulano is a brand made by a family of tequila makers that have been doing it for over 5 different generations. They've been growing agave for 5 different generations. And so that's going back 140 years with the Fonseca family, who are the ones who own and who make Don Fulano. And this is made at NOM 1146, and that is the distillery owned by the Fonseca family. And they also make a couple of other incredible brands, including the brand that I probably use and talk about the most on my channel, which is Cimarron, which is my workhorse tequila. At this distillery, they also make an Arte Gnome, as well as the Cierto line, which I featured before, and of course, Fuente Seca, which is another incredible tequila. Riley, that's all really cool, but what about the still strength? That's why we're here. That's why we watched this whole freaking video for you, brother. All right, let's get to it. So we're gonna grab our In Good Spirits glass and pour some out, just on the nose on that bottle. That's incredible. And I guess I didn't mention the cork pop. It sounds... Oh, it sounded better the first time. Womp womp. Right on the nose, a lot of that cooked agave, some black pepper and citrus. And it smells, and you can kind of smell like a little sharpness, a little like minerality, kind of, if you can smell that. I think you can. We'll go with yes. Oh, that's warm. I don't mean that it's been sitting out and it's warm, like heat-wise, like it has this warming sensation as it coats your mouth beautifully, and just gives you like a nice warm hug from the inside. Ooh, it's really nice. You get that minerality, some of that citrus, some of that spice, and just it really is carried through with that warmness right through. That's great. I really like that. It's got some interesting notes of like maybe brine or kind of like olive-y in a way, which I really think is cool in that. This would probably make one hell of a tequila martini. Like really nice. A little, I normally don't like dirty martinis, but I could see where like a little like a dash or a smattering of like some of that olive juice, or maybe even if you did like olive oil as like a float. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I'm getting ideas that I'm gonna have to write down, and we'll get back to that later. Maybe I'll make that. That sounds pretty good. I mean, yeah, I shouldn't be surprised. I think Don Fulano makes some absolutely killer stuff. some of my favorite stuff, really. I just feel like I haven't talked about them enough. So I might actually make a video going more in depth into them and talking about the whole lineup. I think maybe that might be a good thing to do next. But if you enjoyed this video of me going shopping and you know, looking for different spirit brands, let me know what you think. And thank you to the folks over at Highland Spirits. They were super accommodating and nice, and it really made me feel special to have them, you know, recognize me and chat with me as we were there. So hopefully that wasn't too cringe for you to watch. It was a little cringy for me to watch, but I thought it was really cool too, so I wanted to include it in the video. But cheers. Have a good rest of your day. I never said that before. That seemed kind of weird. Anyway, cheers.